The Ivorian government has adopted a new policy of cleanliness in the autonomous district of Abidjan, which aims to make the economic capital Abidjan a clean city, a sustainable city, where people live without risk for their health and welfare. This vision, based on the commitment of the Ivorian government, taken within the framework of the Paris Agreement on Climate, aims to reduce the emissions of greenhouse gas, GHG, from the waste sector through the improvement of collection, transport, and treatment of waste, as well as the transition to circular economy through sorting, valorization, and recycling. Eburnie and Clean Eburnie, a subsidiary of Mota-Engil, are major actors in the implementation of this ambitious cleanliness policy in the autonomous district of Abidjan. Our first mission at Eburnie is the collection in Abidjan of household waste. The wastes are compacted here at the transfer center of Angededu in Yopougon, and afterwards all the waste that we ensure the collection are brought to Kosiwan, where we have at Clean Eburnie the landfill center for waste. Eburnie has been entrusted with the public cleaning service in 8 of the 13 communes that the autonomous district of Abidjan consists of. The area of intervention of Eburnie, with a surface of 864.54 square kilometers, is composed of the communes of Adjamé, Atekoubé, Yopougon, and Sangan, constituting the Sector 2, and the communes of Koumassi, Makori, Trècheville, and Pobwe, representing the Sector 3, say a target population of about 3.5 million of inhabitants. To start its services, which consist in collecting and transporting waste, cleaning, sweeping roads and wedding verges, and cleaning gutters, Eburnie has set up a professional organization by mobilizing the contractual materials composed of 279 collecting vehicles, 620 coffers, 2,040 bins, 2,000 trashes, and has recruited 2,519 agents, including 117 executives, which represent 4.6%, 47 monetary agents, which represent 1.9%, 2,355 site agents, say 93.5%. To make the employees operational, Eburnie has organized several training sessions on the collection and cleaning techniques, the control and maintenance of machines and equipment, as well as on safety and respect of environmental instructions. Also, Eburnie has built facilities necessary for the efficient implementation of the public service of cleanliness in the area of intervention. This is about 274 grouping facilities, 1 transfer with a capacity of 2,600 tons a day on the Angededu site, 1 transfer center in Gonzagueville. Since November 2, 2018, Eburnie carries out daily activities inherent to the public service of cleanliness, that are the collection and transport of waste, the sweeping of roads, the cleaning of gutters, and the maintenance of green spaces for the happiness of Abidjan people. Every day, there are 605 sweepers, 47 maintenance agents, 445 drivers of collecting vehicle and other machinery that are deployed onto site to cover on average 7,246 kilometers of road to be swept per month, 254 kilometers of gutters to be cleaned and maintained per month, and proceed to the collection of 2,600 tons of waste per month. In total, it is 2,519 direct and indirect jobs, 25 of which are women, that are generated by Eburnie's activities within the framework of the implementation of the public service of cleanliness in the autonomous district of Abidjan. In addition, the integration materials of pre-collectors through the signature of outsourcing contract with pre-collection groups has led to the creation of 2,382 direct employment and the improvement of the working conditions through the supply of pre-collecting vehicles and small equipments. Pre-collection started a long time ago when Sitoff and Associates collapsed. It was at that time that we integrated the business. We used to work with very trivial means, carts, wheelbarrows, and today, with the arrival of Eburnie, everything has changed. Today, the work is much easier than before. We used to work confusedly but today we are grouped and work together. This has created a number of employments. Aware of the fact that cleanliness is only possible through a change of behavior, Eburnie places a special interest in it, complying with its specifications. To this end, it has a department of information, education, and sensitization targeting Abidjan people. Eburnie puts children at the center of its strategy because they are the adults of tomorrow and vectors of transmission of messages to parents. For the ongoing improvement of the quality of its services, Eburnie has put in place an internal control system and is constantly listening to populations. It also follows up, controls, and maintains 279 collecting vehicles deployed onto site to ensure the continuity of service and reduce the risk of accident. Committed to a quality approach, Eburnie strives to obtain a certification integrated on the basis of the following standards: ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management System, ISO 14001-2015 Environmental Management System, ISO 45001-2018 Management System of Health and Safety at Work. The by-the-book exploitation of the transfer center of Angededu permits a better packaging of waste and the efficient transportation to the technical landfill valorization center of Kosiwan, located at PK 45 on the Northern Highway. The implementation of the new cleanliness policy in the autonomous district of Abidjan today allows the by-the-book exploitation in addition to transfer centers of the technical landfill valorization center of Kosiwan. This facility, which constructs with the wild dump of Akwedo, is a pride of the district of Abidjan in terms of ecological treatment and waste. Eburnie has started the construction work after the completion of environmental and technical feasibility studies and has benefited from a contract of design, construction, financing, and exploitation of the technical landfill valorization center of Kosiwan, ensuring exploitation since November 2, 2018. Built on a surface of 100 hectares, the civet of Kosiwan, the first reference center in terms of ecological treatment of household solid waste in the West African sub-region, complies with international environmental and technical standards. The work of the civet requires altogether 1,962,340 cubic meters of ground movement to realize, the provisional road on about 2 kilometers, the reception area composed of 5 weighing bridges of 80 tons each, 5 radioactivities porticos, 1 weighing office, 1 administrative building, changing rooms, the mechanical workshop. The exploitation area consisting of 2 traps with a total surface of 20 hectares and a depth of 12 meters per pair with 75,895 square meters of the geosynthetic complex, permeability of 10-11 where the standard requires 10, 1,772 linear meters of draining network of leachate and 8,858 meters draining layers. An area of leachate treatment that includes 3 storage tanks and 3 reverse osmosis units with a treatment capacity of 200 cubic meters a day. This area will eventually consist of 4 units. 10,000 square meters of green spaces with landscape interest have also been prepared. To secure the site and avoid intrusion of rag pickers, Eburnie has built a fence of 4 kilometers with a height of 2 meters with a gate and a box for guards controlling the access. The realization of all this work required the mobilization and capacity building of 350 people, including several young people from the village of Kosiwan, where in accordance with its social policy and its approach of societal responsibility, Eburnie has already proceeded to the rehabilitation of 2 buildings of 3 classrooms each plus office, the rehabilitation of a drilling and its connection to the village watch tower, the renovation of the village market, and very soon intends to tackle the building of doctor residence, the building of a 1-floor building of 6 classrooms plus office, the building of a school canteen and a kindergarten classroom, the building of a new market. Other actions will also be undertaken in favor of the village throughout the exploitation period of the civet. Being exploited since November 2018, the civet of Kosiwan receives on average 4,200 tons of waste per day. In order to make a better use of the facility, Eburnie has set up a traceability system for received waste. Indeed, the references of the collecting vehicle, the origin and tonnage of the received waste, as well as their quality are systematically recorded in a database. After quality control, acceptance, and weighing of the waste, they are dumped onto the work sites at the level of the working trap, where they are laid out, compacted in order to reduce their volume and prevent their release. At the end of each workday, the store weights are completely covered with soil, what has the effect of reducing odors and minimizing the quantities of produce leachates. Leachate from the decomposition of landfill waste go through piping network and are stored in basins so as to be treated by 3 units of reverse osmosis. In order to make sure of the treatment efficiency, the waters from the treatment device are frequently analyzed by an approved laboratory. Next, these waters are used for the watering of green spaces. The exploitation of the civet in Kosiwa is ensured by a team of professionals composed of 100 agents recruited and trained by Clean Eburnie in accordance with its quality approach and ISO certification of all its services. In the second phase of exploitation, Clean Eburnie is considering the valorization waste through the implementation of material sectors, plastic, cardboard, glass, etc., and the energetic valorization of biogas from landfill. The produced energy will partly be used for the functioning of a center, and the rest will be put on the national network.